Hi there. If you're looking to grow your business in the age of AI, then one of the key questions you should be thinking about is how can your customers find you on answer engines like ChatGPT or Perplexity? Pretty much all the CEOs in the world are all thinking about the same question. And what you'll discover is that answer engines and LLMs, large language models, behave very differently from traditional search engines like Google. So in the last 24 months, there's been over 30 different AI visibility tools that have come up to help you answer that question, help you get visibility across different kinds of large language models. And at Generate More, we've been reviewing different options in the market. We're reviewing Scrunch today. This is one of the best solutions we found in the market, and soon I'll show you why. This is a tool that has a lot of market traction. They recently raised over 20 million in venture funding. They have a fantastic team, a lot of high visibility SEOs recommend Scrunch as the preferred option. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through how I've been reviewing Scrunch over the last month. I've been using it across a number of customer cases, across software as a service and business to business consulting services. You'll find that there's some elements that are really unique to Scrunch, and then there are a couple of limitations where perhaps that it might not be the solution for you. So let's get started. So here we are in Scrunch. You can see straight away that it's a really modern, user-friendly platform, great kind of configurability. We've been testing it for the last month for a number of customers. So you can see that there's different kind of agency level accesses you have that's really handy that many of the other tools don't. It's mostly based on obviously prompt tracking. So you have different prompts that you can configure for each customers, and you can set which platforms you're also tracking. So if you know that you really want to track ChatGPT or AI overviews, these are the ones that you can configure on a project basis. And over time, you get a number of responses, which will start giving you some kind of indicative examples of what are the brands in your sector that are getting mentioned the most and what are the ones that are getting cited the most. The good thing about Scrunch is that the setting up prompts is really intuitive. It gives you suggestions of new prompts to include based on the website content and positioning kind of documents you provided, but also it allows you to organize prompts in these topics, which is super handy. I found that, you know, there might be different ways that you can imagine using this for like the blog content you have on your website. And generally this worked really well. You can see that when you drill down, you'll see there's variations for different platforms where your prompts are viewing. And you can also drill down to see on a detailed level, what is your competitive presence on specific terms. What I found it was a bit more difficult to figure out here is that this competitive presence is not exactly the brand mention. It's kind of an estimate of that, but this was one area that I think it took a bit of time figuring out. So what is really important sometimes is whether you actually get mentioned in the text of the answer of the response. And in this case, this is one area that I would really like to see Scrunch kind of clarify a bit more. And for example, just add dashboards for brand awareness, not just citation tracking. So Citations is really the high point of Scrunch. It has very detailed views of which websites in your sector get mentioned or get referenced with the prompts that you're tracking. There's a handy influence score that shows you, okay, what are the potential partners you want to reach out to, or what are the competitors doing in your market. Super interesting. I found it generally very reliable analytics as we got it. There's aspects that you can track how much referral traffic are you getting to your website if you configure that. And there's aspects as well that help you optimize the content. So when I was talking to the Scrunch team, they said that this is one of the areas you can expect a lot of improvement in the next 6 to 12 months. So basically you can take one of these perhaps prompts that you're not getting mentioned in the results, and you can add one of your blog articles that you'd like to improve, and it gives you some actionable tips on, okay, what are the things that you should be changing there. So Scrunch overall is a really good AI visibility tool. I would say at the moment it's in the top 3 that I know. It has a lot of good market traction. It's a really simple user interface that does not require any really heavy lifting and learning. I found the data to be mostly reliable. The one thing that was big, like perhaps missing the most, was an ability to really drill down on those brand mentions, as I said. So knowing whether or not your competitor or yourself is mentioned in a prompt that is highly competitive is probably one of the things that Scrunch should be focusing on in the next year or so. So let's wrap this up. So that was our review of Scrunch AI for AI search visibility tracking. I hope you found it relevant and interesting. If there's anything that you want us to cover in the future reviews, or if you had any comments about this one, just place it in the comments below, and see you in the next video.